God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was a formless wasteland, and darkness covered the abyss, while a mighty wind swept over the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw how good the light was. Then God said, "Let there be a dome in the middle of the waters to separate one body of water from the other." And so it happened. God called the dome the sky. Evening came, and morning followed the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into a single basin, so that the dry land may appear." And so it happened. God called the dry land the earth, and the basin of the water he called the sea. God saw how good it was. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth vegetation, every kind of plant that bears seeds, and every kind of fruit tree on earth that bears fruit with its seeds in it." And so it happened. God saw how good it was. Evening came, and morning followed the third day.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Please be seated. Good evening. So now we begin our Advent spiritual retreat. Few hours, maybe just these few hours can make a difference into our Advent journey. The theme I would like us to reflect on for this Advent 2019 is to make a new beginning. Advent is a new beginning. Advent is a season of new beginnings. And that is why we can take lessons right there from the very beginning of the Bible. First chapter of Genesis, the new beginning of everything, Genesis. In the beginning. What lessons we can learn from how God began everything. So I would like us to pay attention 3 lessons from the book of Genesis, the first chapter. So first and foremost, we have learned from the narrative, God called into existence. He just said, "Let there be light." Then there is light. Let there be the things, let there be plants, let there be animals, and everything happens. Why? Because this is the lesson. He willed them to existence. What He wills, He says, and everything happens. When God wills things to happen, they happen. And that's how powerful is the will of God. Because in God's omnipotent power and infinite wisdom and intelligence, He knew what is the best thing in the right moment, in the right time for people, etc. So He wills, and that is what we can capture. So, Advent season now for us, we have to will to let our Advent journey be a meaningful one. We have to will to stop. And that's why it is good we are here. I commend your coming. I commend your willingness to your own spiritual journey. To will to make your new beginning count. And to will to make your Advent important. To will that everything that you are going to do for Advent will make a meaningful and fruitful preparation for the coming of the Lord. This is one lesson. Second lesson we can learn from the first chapter of Genesis. God, in His creation, there was sense of meticulousness. There was sense of detail. You see, it always fascinates me. If you look around us, and if you read precisely this chapter, God said, let there be plants. And then there is all plants, all kind of plants. Plants with fruits, plants without fruit. But then even without fruit, there is seed. Or the same plant will grow and make shoots. Right? Birds in the sky. There are a lot of different birds. Animals that crawl in the land. Different. There is meticulosity. There is detail. There is perfection. This is what I want us to capture. The details of God in the making of His beginning. Of the new beginning for the whole of creation. This is what we can also learn for our Advent journey. We have, after willing to make our Advent important, we now have to make details into our Advent journey. We now have to not only put it importance, but now indeed see to it that everything is in order. You see, I like the example or shop, car shop or motor shop business. They say detail. When you bring your car for detail, what do? They clean it and then detailed, clean well, etc. Right? That is the term. They say detail, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I would like us also to put and relate into our Advent journey. Because when there is the sense of detail, there is the sense of meticulosity, you put your heart to it, and also you put meaning into everything that you do. And that is why Advent journey, although it can be the shortest of all the seasons, this is important because everything will be built into it. Imagine your first act, your first steps is very important because everything will be built on it. Advent season of new beginning. We have not only to will to have a good beginning, but also to take care that this new beginning truly will be beautiful, truly will be full of sense, will be ordered, will be full of your heart. And that is why the third lesson is similar to that. Everything that God did in making the new beginning in creation was full of His love. Everything He did was because of His love. That is why it is said at the very end of the chapter, and God saw everything He made, everything was very good. Why? Because it was out of love. Everything that is done out of love is good and beautiful. That is why when you cook something, it is said that homemade is always better, right? Because homemade, because it is made by the love of the mother, it is made by the love of the father, it is made by the love of the grandmother, it is made by the love of the family, for the love of the family as well, for the love of the children. Something homemade is always precious than something commercial, right? It is because there is love. That is why capturing that and putting it into our Advent journey, we have to put love into our Advent journey. It will be a defeat into an Advent journey if actually we just let Advent come and go. Especially for this year, 24 days only. And so chances are it will come and go and nothing was done to it. And then the question would be, did you live your Advent days with love? How can you answer that? That is why make a good new beginning. make for yourself a new start, so that once again your life, my life, our life, will not be not only a continuation of our last year's life, but will be better than last year. Yes, it is a continuation of everything that is good, but it will be a better continuation because now we now have a greater emphasis or a greater disposition to make things happen for the glory and honor of God and for the benefit of our spiritual life, for the enrichment of our relationship with God. This is, I believe, what we can begin with. This is our introductory hope. And so, let this be our lessons that will become a background to the coming meditations. Learn to conclude. We come here for our few hours of retreat. We come here to pray. We do not come here to listen to some new things. There are no new things. But what is important is to make a new launching, a relaunching of our life, a relaunching of our spiritual journey for this new liturgical year. Because Advent is a season of new beginnings, and we have to make this new beginning truly beautiful and wonderful, just as God wonderfully created us in His image and likeness. Let this be our beginning meditation. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.